Hello and welcome to Automation. This build is yet again going to be focused around the engine, but this time with a bit different take than usual. As some of you may have noticed, some time ago devs added aviation fuel into the alpha build of the game. You can find it in leaded fuel section under avgas. With that premise in mind, today we are going to try to fit an airplane engine into a road car. To begin with, we need to find a proper body to build upon. Luckily I already took my time and found one. Find a proper one we can focus our build around. And yes, this body is quite old, but it should not concern us. Also, it fits the theme perfectly, as my inspiration for this one comes from the 30s of 20th century. We will see what kind of design I can come up with. Right now we should pick materials we want to build it from. Let's go aluminium, it's fitting this aviation theme nicely. Monocoque, just steel, I think. Front longitudinal, of course, because we need to fit this engine again. Wishbone and wishbone in the back. Now the important part. We are going for V12, 60-degree engine. It's going to be made from aluminium, also quite high stroke and a bit lower bore. We want around 10% less bore than stroke. And we are going with overhead cam. Again, head is going to be made out of aluminium. You might say we won't be able to do much with this kind of stroke in this big of an engine, but we don't need any high RPM in there, as we are going for 3000 RPM limit, as it is in planes usually, at least in ones with the conventional engines. By conventional I of course mean the piston engines. Okay, we can move on. Crank, cast iron, heavy-duty cast conrods and heavy-duty cast pistons. As I said, we want a lot of torque, not much of an RPM. I guess we will be needing harmonic damper, maybe not that much of it. Also compression for now, let's go quite low. Cam profile, we are going low, cause again low RPM. Nothing here for now, RPM limit 3000. No turbocharger at all, at least for now. I might change it, I don't know yet. Carburetor, 4-barrel, triple carb, and race intake. And now the fuel we want here is of course avgas. As I said, it's leaded fuel, avgas, and 110 octane. Right now we are not changing here anything. Headers we will go with tubular arrays. Sadly we can't make this one short or no exhaust at all. Yeah, here's our engine. Not doing much power, but doing a lot of torque. If I remember correctly, these type of fuels, aviation fuels, vary in octane number from around 100 octane to even 135. Right here in the game we have only 110, but it should not concern us, we are not making plane here anyway, just a car powered with engine that comes from an airplane. Later on we'll come back to this page and check out how this engine sounds. Right now I want to tune it a bit so it makes more power, at least hopefully. This engine came out quite strange and very easy in tuning. I don't know why, but I guess it's fine for me. As you can see, we are making right now over 1000 Nm of torque and 417 horsepower at peak 3000 RPM, while our torque peak is at 2300 RPM. I guess that's fine. Balancing mass, we have to have it there, because otherwise the engine breaks, even if it's on 0. So we need this harmonic damper. Haven't changed much here. Same goes for here, just lower the curb size, raise the manifold size. Fuel map is at max. Yeah, let's keep it like that, even though we can squeeze a few horsepower out of it. Yeah, and this is the strange part. It's on cast low right now, and we are making 1000 Newton meters, right? So look at it now. Yeah, it goes right away to the ground. I don't know why it is like that. Maybe it comes to wave of the engine. But as you can see, it's even heavier. So I don't know. Here's how the engine looks. I am not planning on painting it in any way, because I wasn't initially planning on showing it off in this build, but I might do it. I don't know. I want to try one thing out, and we will see. Yeah, and here's the promised sound sample. I really like these low revving aircraft engines. They sound real nice, real smooth. They have this thing that makes me want to listen to them. I don't know, I can't explain it. I felt like this brownish color would fit nicely in our theme. I made it very shiny, as you can see. Also, I changed the fenders to stick out a bit, as we will likely need much wider tires in the back at least. Also made the rear end shorter, and that's all for the changes really. Remember the thing I said earlier about showing off the engine? Well, I don't think it's possible to do the thing I wanted to, as the chassis is covering the engine bay quite tightly, so I would need to hide it and build my own one, and I am not fancy doing it, at least right now. Maybe another build. I guess I'm going to keep the front end of this car fairly simple, as it is already shaped like it needs headlights right there, so I'm going to place them. Not going to build my own front end for this one. Yeah, just like that. When it comes to the grille, I don't know what would be fitting best right there. I might spend some time trying out few things and show you the results basically. So I guess see you in a bit. So you know how the airplanes, especially the fighter planes, the 1939-1935 era ones especially, have these intakes, air intakes under them. That's this quite like this shape. So yeah, this is it. Basically, it's an intake for our engine to take the air from, and this is, it might be a little bit silly, but I like it. This is clearly a propeller, so this is our airplane basically. Yeah, we could also place this blower up on the hood and make it look even more ridiculous, but I guess I will pass on that. As fun as it looks. Our engine is not even turbocharged, so yeah. These are our exhaust pipes. Each one is for each cylinder, so there are 6 on the left side and 6 on the right side. Yeah, now I guess I should do the rear. But first I might try to add some details on the sides. I don't know, maybe I will take care of the wipers first and then take care of the tail of this car. I really don't like designing the back ends. I really do. Oh yeah, also I am aware that they won't work in BeamNG.drive. Anyway, I want to keep them cause they are here for the theme. Well, I guess I did everything I could and I can't delay this working on this tail anymore, so I guess I will get to it. But first I will tell you what I did here. As you can see, I added door handles, wipers, aerial, and did the wheels. I guess we have only interior left and the back end. I guess I will stick to this blobby idea and do the rear end the same way I did the front end. Well, I guess I shouldn't be worried about the rear end so much, as the older cars were quite simple in their build, so I guess this much fits this build? But I kinda don't want to leave it like that. I want to add something right there. Maybe I will make it, name it, label it in a way. But for that I would need to think of a name, or proper name for this one. So I went with the name Millenia, as it sounds quite posh and our car definitely looks like it's posh, as you can see, especially with this V12 under the hood, which right now is absent, but don't worry, it will be there. Also the name Aviator, it's right there, V12, well, that's our engine. Also this build was quite all over the place. Well, it was clearly inspired by 30s, 40s of the 20th century, but I still kept some of the modern ideas in it, so it's like a clash of two centuries. And 2 millennia to think about it. Well, let's go on. I guess in terms of design this car is about done. As you can see, I added the interior, fairly simple, fitting overall build quality. Well, right now we should move on to the drivetrain, brakes and other stuff we haven't done yet. So I guess I will make this car a rear-wheel drive with a manual gearbox, 6-speed maybe. Also, something's completely wrong with our gearing here. I don't know what. That's strange. Well, anyway, let's keep moving. I can't tune it now, huh? The exhausts are completely destroyed. Oh, well, I will take care of that later. Okay, let's see if it even works. Open diff. Radials, semi-slicks or sports compound. 35s. Yeah, like that on the back. Make them even bigger. Like this. Yeah, it looks sweet. Alloy rim material. Here let's go with vented disc. Quite a big ones again. Well, we don't need them so big as we won't be seeing them anyway, but let's keep them like that. No under tray. Let's keep it like that. As I said, it's a Porsche car, so let's give it a handmade luxury HUD interior, steering, collecting variable, ABS, advanced 20s. Yeah, so it's a modern car made with nostalgia. So somebody was all about this 30s, 40s, 50s when designing this car. Here let's go with sports and sport preset. Yeah, quite low sportiness. I don't know why is that. Almost 2000 kilos in wave, that's a lot. Let's see if our... I have no idea why the gearbox is so borked. Yeah, nothing changes it to what it should be, sadly. So we are going to be limited to 226 kilometers per hour, sadly. Oh, let's keep manual 6 gear then and make them a little bit longer, so we are not spinning on every gear. So I had to make the brakes carbon ceramic and much more stronger, so this car stops at all. Well, it weighs much more than I thought. I don't know what to do about this drivetrain. I guess I will leave it like that. It's sad, it's so broken, but well, nothing we can do about it, it seems. I guess I could make the car lighter, right there. Yeah. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, it's 53 front, 47 in the rear. Can we do it 50-50? Let's try. Yeah, we can. Okay, so let's go with 50-50 wave distribution. And the ride height. Let's make it as low as it can be. Why not? I also made the suspension a touch harder as we are as low as we are right now. So we are not bottoming out or anything. Well, I guess we can move on to BeamNG.drive and export this thing. Hopefully it will work in there, because right now here it's broken, quite a bit broken. Sadly. Well, let's see, let me export it. Here we are in BeamNG.drive. Well, at first glance you can see this one did not export as planned. The chrome parts are broken. I don't know if it's due to the way the wheels were painted or for some other reason. Well, as you can see, it's quite borked. Well, anyway, this is not the only issue of this car, sadly. As you can see, I can't turn off the ESC completely. Also, it's deafeningly loud. Yeah, the exhausts, these ones don't work at all. Well, I guess not every build has to be perfect. Also, this car is quite strange. It reacts instantly on the throttle, which is, I don't know why, as it wanted to go even on even higher RPM. No idea. As you probably noticed, this car is incredibly good at accelerating, so I decided to take it onto a drag strip and race it off against something. I don't know what yet, maybe one of my creations. We'll see what time it can make. Okay, so I am going to run it against my rally car I made some time ago. If it can even line itself up. Okay. Okay, that was strange. That was really, really strange. I will try doing it again. Yeah, quite bad time, 13.6. Well, I ran it again, and it seems this car has some problems starting from high RPM. Yeah, this time it went nice. I don't know, maybe it's about the drag strip, the higher amount of grip you get there. But it did not want to move, it lagged kind of. And when starting from the from idle, it moved nicely, smooth. Well, anyway, so I guess we'll be ending it off here. I am not pleased with how it turned out, but well, it is what it is. I might give it another try, maybe change the capacity of the engine, the way it's tuned, or make it rev higher, I don't know. We will see. Anyway, that will be all for today. And I'd like to ask you to subscribe and leave a like, cause it really makes it way easier for me to stay motivated when I see people are liking my videos, leaving a comment and subscribing to my channel. Otherwise it's quite hard, you know, when you don't see any progress. So it would be real nice if you considered subscribing, as I said, to keep me motivated. So that will be all. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.